everyone, welcome back to Nothing Nerdy. My name is Frankie, and I'm here with the Inspector Reacts, and we got to talk about the most recent episode of Ahsoka.
Yes, the episode
Not much to
5.
talk about, See,
Yeah. Oh,
nothing
I also
happened.
I don't know. So real quick, I don't know why my brain kept, or I must have just realized something. I thought this was gonna be 6 episodes. It's gonna be 8. So we still have more.
Oh, okay.
We still have 3 more episodes after this. I thought the next episode was gonna be the finale, and then I was like, oh wait, no, we got more. So thankfully, because I feel like there's still more to tell.
Oh, all right, that's good. MXC, hello, and Caleb, hello, how are you? Yeah, I see. I was thinking in my head 6 episodes, and then the way this episode ended, I was like, oh, well, maybe we're not going to see them in the finale. Maybe this is going to lead right into the movie.
Maybe.
but
Or
but
the
if there's a few more
finale.
episodes left, then
Yeah.
probably.
It could be. There's still like. I feel like this is going to end in some cliffhanger of sorts,
Mm-hmm.
or open ended at least. But, um, this. I. I mean, this episode was just really good.
It was. It was. And like I love how like we all had so much fun like over the last week, kind of speculating. Okay, well, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
And like this isn't what I guessed. Like this isn't what I envisioned, but it was so good. Like I was like, oh, this is really cool. She's like, we got to see the Clone Wars, live
We got
action Clone Wars.
live action Clone Wars. Like,
Yeah.
it. Okay, I've mentioned before how I don't know why I've always had this. I just had this weird disconnect between like Clone Wars Anakin and Revenge of the Sith Anakin. I have a hard time seeing them as the same character.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing Hayden act as Clone Wars Anakin really bridged that gap for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. No, you're
It
right. That's very
really,
true.
it felt more real or something. And
Mm-hmm.
gosh, this is I think the best Hayden has ever done as Anakin. I think this is his best acting here.
Yeah,
Like,
he did. He did very good. Um, it was very good. That's all
and
I
this
can say. It was so good.
and this I'm glad I did my reaction, but I'm also like, man, I kind of want to see this in the theater because they showed this in the
I
theaters.
know.
This would
Yeah,
have been
the closest one to me was still too far, and like rush hour traffic, having to sit on a
mm,
city bus. I was like, "There's no way. I can't do this."
yeah. And it's weird how it's come full circle how we we started with um like Anakin, like Hayden and Revenge of the Sith and all this sort of stuff, and then we got the Clone Wars,
Hmm.
which went on this whole journey, and now here we are back with Hayden, and we got Ahsoka, and we're back in the Clone Wars,
Yeah.
and it's weird. It's so weird how I never thought I'd see this
Hmm.
15 years ago.
Yeah, none of us did. Like, and I love how it was like they knew that this is something that we would love, and they gave it to us. Like we would have all loved to have seen Clone Wars in live action. I mean, I love the animated series, but like, it would have been so epic to
Mhm.
have that. And I just love that they took this opportunity to give us a glimpse of that.
Uh-huh.
Um, I loved how they transitioned into it. Like with Ahsoka falling, and then you see her land, and when she
Mhm.
lands, and like the smoke clears, and she starts to get up. It's like you start to notice that for a minute. I'm like, oh, this is an
Her
interesting
outfit's
angle. She
different
looks a
and
little bit like young Ahsoka, and then like the smoke keeps clearing, and I'm like, oh my god, it is young
clone troopers
Ahsoka.
behind, and then and the, the actor they got for young Ahsoka did really good.
She was
Like
perfect,
it was
perfect.
it's so weird how I never thought about what young Ahsoka live action would look like.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing her, it feels uh, like weird. It's just something to get used to. But it's just so weird. It's so interesting now to see that
Mm-hmm.
because I just never thought of it.
Yeah, I
And
never like envisioned like, okay, what actress could I see playing her? What might she look like in live action? Yeah, I never really thought about that either. But the actress that they got, I don't know anything about her. I haven't looked anything up yet. But first of all,
oh,
she oh, you know the name?
go ahead.
Oh, okay. Um first of all, she looked like her. Like especially like the side profile. Like
Yeah.
the forehead, the nose, like her little like features like was just
Mhm.
spot on. Not that that's even the most important thing, but she captured Snips, like her
Yeah.
attitude, the emotion. You felt everything. Like, you felt her mourning the clones. You felt her, arguing with Anakin. It was just, she did it all so well.
Yeah. It felt and Hayden bouncing off of that. Like it
Yeah.
felt it. I don't even know. I don't even remember if this is like an exact. I don't think it is an exact, but I'm trying. I feel like are they like recreating a scene from Clone Wars, or is it like just another moment that we never got to see in the Clone Wars or something? Or again, this is I guess like a vision, kind of like the cave in Empire Strikes Back,
Mm-hmm.
like just a reimagining of a period because she's like still adult Ahsoka, she's just back in time.
Right, right.
Um, and I like again how it's all foggy, like it kind of hides the world around them because it's just the moments that she's in right now.
Yeah.
It's not the whole world around her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, no, I will say I kind of wish she did say Sky Guy like or say goodbye like when they parted, like she said goodbye Sky Guy or something as like a parting.
Yeah, you guys are right. I didn't even notice that she didn't even say that. Like, we got him saying Snips, but
Mm.
no Sky Guy.
And but the actress that plays young Ahsoka is the same one that played young Gamora in Infinity War.
Oh, I did not know
And I'm
that.
like, wow, that's so cool. Like, dude, she does really good as,
Uh-huh.
and it's one of those things where like I would like more live action Clone Wars, but I don't. I think I don't demand it. Like
Right.
I feel like this. You gave me my fill.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else is just cherry on the top.
Yeah.
Although I will say, I was kind of like, I almost kind of wonder if we might get a Kenobi cameo, like Obi-Wan Ewan makes a cameo
I
or
was
something.
wondering with the way this flashback was going. I was like, oh, I mean, they read that their first battle together. Like, I'm like, is it because you Obi-Wan in the background at some point? Like, is he gonna make a
Yeah.
quick like, hey guys, come on, let's go?
Like, hello there, and then
Yeah.
leaves. Um, yeah, I mean, I can understand like it's just focused on Ahsoka and Anakin, but I would like to see Ewan in one more scene or
Mm-hmm.
something. Just because he's there, he's part of the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, I don't care how expensive he is, Disney. You got money.
Yeah. Right. Anakin did what he said he would do. Stop people from dying. I'm so happy he actually got to make it come true. Oh,
Mm,
you're right.
yeah,
That's a
and
really
this
cool
is
way of looking at it. You're right. That's exactly what he did. He saved Ahsoka.
and this is Force Ghost Anakin. Like this is future Anakin, and
Mm.
another thing. Like I'm kind of cutting to the ending here, but I feel like in a way, what Anakin was trying to teach Ahsoka was like the final lesson he was teaching her
Mm.
is, I guess like I don't know, it's like something like about like life, like
Mm-hmm.
one making her choose life, like to live,
Uh-huh.
and instead of just I guess existing, try to live and
Yes. Yeah.
move past um the past, move past the past, move past the darkness.
Right. Like, and you see the difference. Like, when she's revived, she's like her old self again.
Yeah.
And like, which we knew, like, people have been complaining about, oh, she's so flat as a character, she monotone, whatever, and we're like, but that makes sense for her character. Like,
Yeah.
how people couldn't see that, like, they were blaming it on her, the way she was playing it. Like, no, it's her character.
She's
And
older and wiser. She's not the young,
right.
snippy woman she used
and
to be.
and look how they built that into the show. She had this experience, and now, like, yeah, like, her guard is down. She's like you said, living, not existing anymore. And
Yeah,
she kind
she's
of came to life
free.
again. Yeah.
And this is another. I also wonder if this is like at the moment where she has like the lightsaber and she has him at her mercy, and she decides to not finish him or kill him basically.
Mm-hmm.
Is I feel like that's kind of what he was also trying to teach her, is to maybe spare, or because I feel like he's always trained Ahsoka to be a warrior
Uh-huh.
and to be a fighter,
Right.
and now he's this lesson is to hold back, to not
Mm-hmm.
be to not in fights with aggression all the time or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Which I feel like that's kind of cool. Is that could be technically his lesson he learned from Luke, and he's passing that on to Ahsoka,
Mm.
like a lesson he learned from his son, and he's passing it on to her.
Interesting.
Um,
I'd have to rewatch that scene again with her and Balin. Balin telling her about Death and Destruction Legacy.
yeah,
I don't remember their conversation.
but and what else? Yeah, and then we get and another. I feel like this is continuing part of that. We get moments where she's facing not just Anakin but Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Like he becomes Vader
Yeah, little
in
glimpses
one
of him here
moments,
and there.
and I even like how this is a tease into what Vader would have become had he not gotten the suit.
Uh-huh.
Like this is Anakin without the suit,
Yeah.
and how he would have become like the Dark Lord he would have been.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this is also again like Ahsoka probably had. I feel like deep down she's always felt guilty about she could have saved him or something. Like she could have saved Anakin,
Mm-hmm.
and this is in a way giving her that chance to save him. Like
Mm-hmm.
how would she have done it if like he's giving her the moment?
Yeah.
How do you act when you're facing me? How do you save me? Sort of a way.
Uh-huh.
He's giving her that closure in a way,
Yeah.
but also, you know, it's in the past, and she has to let it go in a way. She has to.
Mm-hmm.
He's been saved, and there's she can't I mean, we're in the world between worlds, but she can't go back in time.
Right.
So it's again, it just feels like Clone Wars pulled right off this computer screen into live action, just with the way Dave Filoni directed all this.
Yeah. And we got a little Captain Rex.
Yes, we got Rex. We got Tamora
Mm-hmm.
and Rex. A little bit.
Yeah, that was
So
exciting.
that cameo of Rex, is that it? I'm cool with that. It's like,
I mean, I think it's awesome that they included him, and in that way. Obviously, I'm still hoping for like a
current Rex.
reunion, like a current reunion. Yeah, like with older Ahsoka, older Rex, like, again, because he thinks she's dead. Like, I want that.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, and I will actually. I kind of part of me kind of hope for this, although I'm okay with for the young Ahsoka actress. I kind of hoped they would have given Ashley the voice back for a moment, like have Ashley voice Ahsoka again one last time or something. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been cool. I mean, I still think she did a good job
Yeah.
with the
No,
voice.
she
Like,
was.
um, you know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it would have been cool to have Ashley play her like one more time.
Hmm. It's and yeah, and seeing oh man, like again, like seeing Anakin, the flashes of Vader, seeing Anakin with the red lightsaber. It's just this was so and the fight choreography. Like Hayden hasn't lost it.
Mm-hmm. Probably trained really
He's
hard for
so
that.
good. Oh man, this is. I'm just gonna gush about this for so long.
Yeah. Her eyes flash yellow at the end. I didn't even realize that.
I feel in that moment where she has the red saber, it's almost that the temptation of
Mm,
almost her fall, her temptation
interesting.
before she pulls herself back. It's very and it's such a good this is such a good it may not be like the traditional Jedi teaching, but this is Anakin's Jedi teaching.
Yeah.
And, I just
And we got to see a little bit of Siege of Mandalore. I thought that
Yeah,
again they did a
that
cool
season
transition.
Mandalorian.
We see her clothes change.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mandalorians, like the
yeah.
Maul's Mandalorians.
Mhm.
For a moment there, I thought we were gonna get like maybe the fight between Maul and Ahsoka.
Ooh, that would have been cool.
um,
And it's so crazy to see her. I don't know. At least I guess this was weird for me to see her, um, as Ahsoka at that age. I always envisioned Ahsoka like looking older at that age. I mean, she's still young. She's still only 17, so like it makes sense. But it's just
yeah,
seeing her in that at seeing her as Ahsoka at that age. It really sunk in. I was like, wow, she really was so young.
yeah,
In that time.
yeah. I, yeah, that really is like the like it definitely like I think really we've always kind of like known that, but
But to see
I think
it,
seeing
it's
it in
like
live action
live act. Yeah, it hits different.
makes us I guess associate with the I guess human realization that oh my gosh she's so young, she's just a kid in this war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's like that's not right. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, and again it's Anakin like that's his lesson is basically this whole time I've trained you to be a soldier. I never got to train you to be a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
like she should have been. And but yeah, now after that lesson and after everything, she has been resurrected
Uh-huh.
and reborn into a better version of herself.
Yes. Yeah.
I'd say kind of like what she was trying to do with Sabine, but now it's like for her.
Mm-hmm.
And what and yeah, Jason, Hera and Jason were very helpful too.
Yeah, it was so cool to see Jason, using the Force. He's so much like his father, and he
Yeah,
heard the lightsabers crashing in the waves. I thought that was kind of cool.
yeah. So I even am curious. This is actually making me funny. Like, so I know I feel like Jason is either like the World Between Worlds has a way of letting sound through, or Jason was able to connect with Hera and let her hear
Mm-hmm.
the Force or something. There's a tiny part of me is like, does everybody in the Ghost Crew have the Force? Does Hera have the Force too?
Yeah, I was trying to
Does
figure
Zeb
out.
have the Force?
Yeah, I was like, was she really hearing it, or was she just, trying
Or
to
was the World
sense
Between
it?
Worlds actually making sound?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, I think it may have been like something that either the World Between Worlds was making sound or Jason was able to use the Force to help Hera hear
Maybe.
the Force for a moment, which again was it was so cool though, and we got a little bit of tease with Senator Organa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Name drop.
I missed that the first time. I was for some reason my brain was like Senator Organa. Oh yeah, I forgot that it meant Leia now. It's like, oh right, Bale's not alive anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and it's
I thought this is you got to give credit to the I guess it would be like the makeup department. I thought it was really cool how we got to see when Ahsoka was recovering. She didn't
yeah,
have her headpiece on.
yeah. We got to see like what I guess like a non covering of
Right.
a
And
oh my god,
and they just
what
made
do
it
they
look
call
so
it?
flawless. Like it just I
Mhm.
just thought that was really interesting.
I feel like I think Shakti, because that's the same one race as Ahsoka,
Mhm.
is like the only other one. But it def this was definitely much more of a different kind of makeup.
Mhm.
It was a little jarring. I won't lie. It was a little weird because I'm just so used to that headpiece and that kind of separation of the two
Yeah.
features of her makeup.
Mhm.
That seeing them together kind of merged was like, oh, that's different.
Mhm.
That's I've never seen her ears.
Yeah. Anyone want to talk about how Hera? She actually forgets she got to. I know she didn't even seem to feel really bad about it. She just moved on. After she got them killed.
She's I've been watching Rebels, and I think Hera's just gone through a lot of squadrons in
Yeah.
her life. It's just another day for her.
Oh God.
A lot of Phoenix squadrons have been under her wing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, and we got Carson. Carson was. I'm loving that Carson's like this character that just keeps getting passed along the
Yeah.
show.
He's great though. I love him.
He was good. Um,
I like the part where he's trying to hold off the fleet,
yeah,
and
he's like,
eventually they threaten him, and he's like, "Fine, but you're not gonna believe me. What's going on?"
and I love that he just tells the story as the plan is actually supposed to be executed, and it's just like, yeah, that's the plan. Do you believe that? Crazy, right? But I mean, I will definitely pick up the called I called it the whales
Oh
were
yes, yes.
were definitely going to be used,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like that makes sense. That's like the only way, honestly, we
Mm-hmm.
were going to get across the galaxy. Um, but yeah, I feel it's so cool to see like Ahsoka. I feel like she's after this lesson with Anakin. This is, I think, another thing. Like she's always been a warrior. She's always been a fighter. But this is her now starting to kind of dive back into the more subtler or peaceful side of the Jedi way,
Mm-hmm.
the Force and everything. Kind of like she uses the Force memory thing,
Mm-hmm.
the like Callan and like the psychopatry. She uses that to find out what happened to Sabine,
Oh yes, yeah.
and she's also, I think, kind of connects with the whales kind of the same way Ezra was able to. Like she's like learning the other force powers to be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's leveled up in some skills.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and Hu Yang during all this was so funny
Yeah.
and sad too. In the very beginning, he was like, "Man, why didn't you stick together?"
I know the way, like, just him standing there.
With a helmet.
Yeah, like it felt like he was sad, and
You really? Yeah. And then later, when they're searching for Ahsoka, he's just kind of like, I believe they're out there. Like he believes. He's slowly getting faith or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then um and he's just like, "Are you crazy? We're gonna go get eaten by a whale? I don't agree with this plan."
Yes. Um. Yeah, they're going in the whale. It's
Yep.
like Empire Strikes
Right
Back.
in the Purgle. Like Pinocchio or
Mm-hmm.
Jonah or all those other tales.
Yeah.
And we're going to a new galaxy. We're gonna see new stuff. Like unknown stuff. Which I'm very curious what I don't know. I don't It's one of those things where like whatever it is, I'll take it. I'll accept it.
Yeah. I feel like it's never whatever they do. It's never what I guess it is. So like, I'm not even gonna try anymore. I was thinking it was maybe it'll be like some kind of parallel galaxy, but they surprised me with this episode, so I'm probably wrong. So
What if it's Earth? They just
Earth.
land on Earth and Thrawn and Ezra are just eating burgers
Rex
or
got
something.
a not Rex. Ezra got a job.
Ezra's,
Thrawn works the
Ezra,
stock market.
yeah. Thrawn's running for politics or something.
Yeah.
And then and then ET lands. And it's just like
Yep.
because ET is in the Senate. He's gonna get and then oh my god. I don't know. I feel somebody my brother even said like what if they land in the Marvel universe? This is how Star Wars and Marvel connect.
That
Like
would be funny.
we got we've already dealt with like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now the Guardians of the Galaxy have to deal with Star Wars. It's like it's real.
Thrawn and Ezra are roommates. They work at a video store in Jersey. I'll pop over and give them a visit.
New Jersey. There's There's a blue guy and a guy that moves objects.
Yeah.
His mind. Um. Oh, let's see. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, I also like to know it. Jason's like, ooh, can you teach me to be a Jedi? And Houdini's like, no.
No. Yeah.
It's like your mom has not allowed me to do that yet.
Can I
I
make
don't know
a
if your
lesson?
mom ever will.
Yeah.
I think Hera's had enough Jedi in her life.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, first my boyfriend, then my first son, and then my first daughter are all starting to become Jedi or something. I don't want my actual son involved in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have to say, Hera, like, finally, this was the episode that finally did it for me, where I was like, she's grown on me. Like, I really like her. Not that I ever disliked her. I mean, and when I say Hera, I don't mean Hera the character. I mean, like, the actress playing Hera. It's not that I never disliked her, but I always had it in my head that she would just look and sound differently, like more like the animated character.
Mm-hmm.
But like this, I don't know. This episode, it just kind of sunk in for me. I was like, oh, she's really good. Like
This.
I like
this
the way
was
she's
like
playing
the
her.
connecting moment for
Mm.
yeah, no. And I kind of felt the same way where I was like, man, I see Hera in here. I see Hera. I see Ahsoka. I see Anakin. I love the animation. I love the cartoons, but I will say there is something weirdly different, and I don't know. There's like this. It's like a weird disconnect, but at the same time, a stronger connection.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
It is so cool seeing like this stuff in live action,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing it done well.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness,
Imagine if Jason.
I'm just.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was reading. Imagine if Jason is at Luke's temple when Kylo goes emo.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. I don't know where the timeline would be, how old he would be, but I hope that didn't happen.
Oh, actually, no. I had a theory. It was like, what if like Sabine never becomes like a true Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
but Sabine could start like a Mandalorian Jedi thing,
Mm-hmm.
and her and Grogu are like buddies. Like
Besties.
Sabine and Grogu are leading like Mandalorian Jedi temple. It's like Luke has his Jedi temple, and Sabine and Grogu have theirs.
That's funny. They could team up.
Just Grogu's got like plenty of years to train Sabine.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I again with Jason now part of the picture, I'm very curious what they're gonna do with him in the future.
Yeah.
That is with the sequels. It's so weird how we know the future, but we don't know the future.
Yeah, like we know the future in general, but we don't know the nitty gritty. We don't know all the details.
We don't know where these characters are
Mm-hmm.
during all this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my, because we know where they could end up, and I'm scared if they would end up there. What would happen to them with some of these characters? Because some of the places they could go is not be good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, the Purple looked really good too, and man, the scenes with them were very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course when the New Republic shows up, which I will say was like they're gonna send a whole fleet just to arrest a few people, like 2 people or something.
I know.
You're sending the SWAT to like arrest a robber.
Yeah. it's like I know they weren't supposed to go. Like I know it wasn't authorized, and that is a big deal. But at the same time, it's Hera. Like she's probably one of your
Yeah.
best, and like,
Yeah.
can't you just trust her a little bit?
I, I even love her. I love how Hera, like in this episode and the previous before, where she's just like, yeah, when you get high enough in rank, you can kind of break the rules.
Yeah.
And Jason's like, why can't I do that? You need to get older, son.
Yeah.
Get higher. You need to level up before you can start to break the rules. For now, you listen to mommy.
Isn't everyone in the Republic a general? I don't know, but Hera is a really good one, and she's been doing it a long time.
Oh man, and then yeah, we have Senator Organa. We have Leia reference. I wonder if maybe not in this season, maybe not in this show, because I feel like Anakin's just gonna be our big focus, like our big cameo for this show. But I wonder if we will ever get like Luke at some point. Like Luke's return or something. Oh man, wait. What if I think I've said this. What if like Legends, like Star Wars, is in the alternate galaxy or something, and that Thrawn goes back there, and it's the Legends like with the alternate reality that we like thought or discussed last time.
I'd still be down with that.
Yeah, but we could have Mara Jade like come back.
Yep.
And then meet Luke and canon. Like we could. This is how we canonize Mara Jade with I don't. Would that happen? I just want So okay, so we've had Anakin, we've had Obi-Wan. Now all always left is Padme. We just need a Padme.
I don't know. I mean, that would be a big surprise.
Just a cameo. Can Natalie Portman just make one cameo?
I don't know. I don't know where she stands on rejoining, like, for something like that. I mean, I think I've said this before. I think if it was like a good amount of money, like, because again, like I'm sure that's what they paid, like Anakin, Hayden Christensen, and Ewan McGregor. Like I'm sure they were all offered like a very generous amount of money to come back and do this. Because they're kind of beyond all this now, you know, like especially Natalie Portman. So they'd have to make it worth her while.
Yeah.
And Satine, well, we haven't even gotten a name drop for Satine yet, so
Satine's gone. She's erased from the past.
Yeah.
Everyone just forgot. The War Between Worlds like erased everyone's memory of Satine. She's a legend now. Oh man. Like, I'm trying to I can't really think of much else.
Yeah.
Except just stuff I can gush about.
Right. Well, that's what it was. Like the best part of it was those few scenes. And it's not like a lot happened, but it was a lot for us, like as fans, you know.
Yeah. I was also kind of expected them to use more of like suit Darth Vader, but I'm kind of glad they didn't. To let like Hayden act some more as Anakin, as Vader too, to kind of show it. But I do like the little flashes of Vader, those little like teases.
Yeah.
Just it really drives it home.
Maybe a Solo and Leia cameo.
Maybe. Solo at least. I mean, hey, okay, wait, isn't Kylo born at this point? Like,
so bad with the timelines. Star Wars is all over the place. I have no idea who's alive or dead and how old they are. So I have no idea.
Was it like? Let's see. I'm in canon now. Currently, Han and Leia got married like on Endor, right? And then they had their honeymoon, which probably conceived Ben.
Maybe.
And he was born like I guess like a year or so later or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. And because he's I think what is it Ben's like 30 or something in Force Awakens, which is like 30 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. So that's true. Yeah.
Something.
So he's probably alive.
Yeah, he's probably like 5 or something or
Mm-hmm.
6, younger than Jason, I think. Which would mean Jason is older than Kylo if he's still alive. Arrow or the Ghost was showed up in like Rise of Skywalker.
Hmm.
Although didn't I thought that was something? Didn't we see the what was it the Razor Crest, the Mando's old ship, before it was blown up in Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
So I guess it's not the same Razor Crest.
Unless he gets a similar one. I don't know.
He's done with the sports car. He goes back to the RV again.
Yeah.
He's got more grandkids or some kids to take.
Yeah.
Picks up other like Grogu just gathers other Jedi younglings.
Mm-hmm.
Mando's like the bus driver to Jedi school, to Mando Jedi school.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and man, I hope that we see more of Anakin in the future with Ahsoka
Mm-hmm.
at some point. Like, I know this is like closure for the past, but I kind of still want to see the future. I
Right.
want to see more of them, and I still, until the day I die, I hope this happens before I die. I want Luke and Anakin to interact. I want that moment.
Yeah.
I just want that. Like, just for the simple fact, I just want Mark Hamill and Hayden to act together
I
because
mean,
I just want that. I
they,
want that.
they technically stared at each other in Return of the Jedi when he was a Force Ghost at the very end.
Yeah,
But that was that was all God.
that was After Effects.
Yeah.
And that was not the original. That was Mark Hamill from like the past, and that was Hayden from the future. This is, I want current time, even though it would be de-aged Mark, unless they like this is like a 20-year later in between period where he doesn't look. He's older Luke, but he's not Force Awakens Luke yet.
Mm-hmm.
Something. Yeah, they stared at each other, but I want them to talk. I want them to have a conversation or just a couple of words. Yes, I understand they've seen, but I want words.
I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Kind of like what happened with Ahsoka and Anakin in this situation. Like, you want them to converse.
Yeah, because just and the lightsabers look so good.
They did.
Just, I'm gonna gush about this episode for all time. For a while. Leave me alone, Dad. I'm trying to. I know there's like more, but I feel like we covered it all.
Yeah, I mean, that was
at least.
the basis of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one last thing I want to say was, I guess, did this count as like, was this Ahsoka's white outfit that we see in Rebels?
Yeah, yeah, she's Ahsoka the White now.
Okay.
But I think the Rebels ending is kind of retconned basically to where it's now the Ahsoka beginning instead of it. I don't think basically like the Ahsoka we saw in the end of Rebels is not the Ahsoka that we got. Like I think this Ahsoka series is the canon Ahsoka.
Right.
So this is her becoming Ahsoka the White. That like the Rebels ending was a teaser to what Ahsoka was going to become, basically. So maybe Ahsoka will get her staff in the other galaxies.
Yeah.
We'll see. So, and yeah, I love her new outfit too. Like it's very Jedi looking too. So like she's re-embraced the Jedi way or something.
Yeah. Like, yeah, in a week from now, I'm gonna be enlightened. So let me buy this outfit and pack it for the trip.
Actually, I feel like wasn't. I guess Hu Yang like has Jedi robes on, at any occasion. It's like, you're on a Jedi ship. We have robes we have an outfit ready for everybody.
Women, we are always prepared for everything. We have an outfit for every occasion.
And let's
I think that's
yeah.
all I got. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, then I guess we shall see what the next episode. I'm actually curious if we're going to ever see, like, are we going to continue like Hera's storyline, like the Republic storyline, or are we just going to stick with Ahsoka for the rest of the show?
Maybe they'll go back and forth like they did today, or it was so like the way it ended. I felt like, oh, so we're not seeing Ahsoka anymore. Like that's how it felt, like we were leaving them, like Ahsoka and Huyang, behind, and that whole storyline. But that doesn't make sense because it's the Ahsoka show. But that was how it felt. Like,
Yeah, it felt like a breaking off point.
yeah, but then you're right. Maybe Hera's story ends here, and we're just focusing on Ahsoka and Sabine and the new galaxy. And
Yeah. I think we're gonna probably just focus on Ahsoka's story because we're about to reintroduce like Thrawn and a bunch of other characters in Ezra, so the focus probably needs to be on that story and not Hera's, because Hera's is just simply probably like jail time.
yeah.
Which I honestly thought like Hera was gonna go with Ahsoka to be like, okay, well they're here to arrest me, well come arrest me in the other galaxy.
So did I. I don't know why she like wasn't able to go with them, but
I guess she just doesn't want to like risk her son.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that makes sense.
I understand. Yeah, so I understand that. I also, I heard like some people say like, why does Hera bring like Jason with her and not leave him or something? It's like, I feel like, if she was to, she probably doesn't want to like leave him. Like if something was to happen to her or if something was to happen to the Republic and she's not there, she doesn't want him there. She wants him with her. Yeah. So I understand that. Yeah, like leave him where? I'm like, yeah, and also I think Hera knew when she broke the rules that the Republic, like if she couldn't, that's the thing, if she broke the rules and decided to actually run away, Jason's on that ship, so she can't run away. So if she has Jason with her, she can run away.
It's true.
So she doesn't have like an anchor back if she needs to run. So yeah, that's, and the music was really good.
Yes, the music was very good.
Very, very good. This is. I mean, I'll have to see the rest of the show, but this is definitely the best episode so far.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Well, we're glad that you all enjoyed the episode. It was great. It looks like we'll be back a few more times to watch the next few episodes, so it's not over yet. All right.
Yep.
Well, everybody have a great rest of the evening. Thank you all for chatting with us, and we will catch you all next week to talk about episode 6.
Take care.
Bye.
We'll see you there.